Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back once again to Tech of Tomorrow. I'm Eric, in case you didn't know that. Probably most of you know that. And if you're new to the channel, well then, hey, welcome. We're glad to see you here. Now, I get emails every day from people going, hey dude, how do you guys make your videos? What do you guys use? What kind of equipment do you guys use? Basically, how do you guys do it? So basically, there's me, and there's Jesus the cameraman, who actually I should have made him do this video, but he pussed out of me and goes, he doesn't want to be on camera, so yeah, whatever. But he should have been doing it because he knows more about the equipment even than I do because he uses it every day. But that said, I know the first thing off the bat, I know that my PC fans are going to freak out. They're going to be like, oh my God, you got a Mac, you got a Mac, you got a Mac. So let's just clear the air. I use my PC for gaming. I game the shit out of my PC. My kids game on the PC. When I work on a Mac, and that's just all there is to it. Talk shit, say whatever you want, man. I don't care. Macs are fucking productive. They get work done quickly, faster. They're just better for work. For gaming, no, they suck ass. Never buy one. Don't even look at one if you're a gamer and you don't do your computer for like doing a website or doing that kind of stuff. You know, then hey, you're good to go. And in fact, PCs make pretty good websites and they can do music now too. And I'm going to be making some videos on that stuff. But right now, let's jump in. The first thing we're going to talk about is the camera, because obviously that is going to be, other than your computer, the most important thing that you're going to get. Now, our camera does both 4K and it does the, the 30 frames and the 60 frames per second and all that stuff. You guys go to 60 frames per second. We use the Panasonic LUMIX D8C GH4 body. Now this thing is a 16.5 megapixel digital single lens mirrorless camera with 4K cinematic video. Now the thing is, this thing is a bit pricey. It's $1,500 for the body alone, but this thing does 4K, so think about that. If you're wanting to do 4K, you've seen our videos in 4K, they look awesome. Now there are other cameras out there that cost a lot more. In fact, looks like we're going to be upgrading our equipment pretty soon because we kind of go from like having kind of really good shit all the way to ghetto fabulous around here, because that's just how it is. Like you'll see when we get to our light, you'll be like, what the? But look, the lighting works, you see it in all our videos and doesn't cost hardly anything. So the camera we use is that one. Now let's talk about the lens. Now there are a lot of lenses out there, but we choose the Panasonic HS12035 LUMIX G X VARIO. Now this is a 12 to 35 millimeter f2.8 ASPH X series lens. Now I don't know what all that stuff means in nomenclature lens, but I know the shit works because we use it every day and that's what we're shooting on right now and it works. We do have a couple of other lenses that we use sometimes, but like for daily stuff, this lens works and it actually works pretty well. For doing what we're doing, you wouldn't need another lens. This lens would work perfectly well for everything you want to do if you're looking to like build your YouTube channel and do all that stuff, which is probably more what this video is aligned. Excuse me, it's more along the lines of people who are making YouTube channels. We're going, hey, what do you guys use to make your cool looking videos? Like, you must have a cool editor. Yeah, we do. We also have some okay equipment too. So now let's talk about the microphone, because obviously that's an important thing. It's like up here above my head, and I'll have the cameras readjust real quick so we can just show this thing to you. Now we've been using this for quite a long time. So that thing is the Zoom H1 Portable, and it really works great for picking up audio. It works really good too, because a lot of times, like even like we made a video last week, the amp was humming in the background, and I'm like, apologize to you guys going, hey, sorry for the hum, but when we edit it, there was no hum. So it picks up pretty directionally. Just a quick hint, if you set up your mic, we're using a boom stand too, and I'll talk about that. You want to make sure that your microphone is placed basically like you have a string. So picture you have a string from your mouth, and that string is going straight up to where the microphone is. So you want to make sure that when you're doing that, you set it up that way. That way you guys will actually get the best presentation of your voicing. It'll pick it up nice, and you won't get a lot of background noise, like I said a minute ago. Now the boom stand, I think we picked this thing up at over at I think it was Sam Ash, and this like was on stage stands. That what it is, G? On stage stand. So it's an on stage stand boom, like just so it's a big old boom. You guys can see it. Has a big old long thing. We've used this thing indoors, outdoors, everywhere. It actually works pretty doggone good. Now there are a few other things that we use, and let me just talk about those real quick. For our tripod, we use the Vanguard Alta Plus 263 AP 3-section aluminum tripod with 3-way magnesium alloy photo pan head. Now there are a ton, and I do mean a ton, of better ones than this. I mean, I know guys out there who spend big bucks. They have these fluid head ones. They do all this crazy stuff. We've thought about investing on it, but so far this is working. We are going to be changing things up, like I said, so maybe we'll end up actually getting one of those more expensive tripods. For now, we're trying to keep it right there in the middle. Ghetto fabulous, and like I said, pretty good. Now, We also use some other things as far as SD cards and stuff like that. We use one micro and one standard size flash card. The mini one goes inside the microphone, the standard goes inside the camera. Now, for our lighting, this is where I told you guys we go really low budget. We just went over to Home Depot, got some lighting stands, and then found the lights that were like the truest white. You always want to get white lighting. Trust me on this. You don't want to get any yellow lights. You do not want to mix your lights. You want to get all pure white. That way it makes it a lot better and a lot easier to do white balancing. Also, where's the white balance thing? Hand it over here real quick. This is another thing that's kind of important too. The white balance. Kind of a crazy thing, but you use this before every video and it helps the camera keep everything in its balance. Like, I'm not a cameraman, I don't know all these things. I just know that they use it every time we shoot and it works because, well, obviously you see the video. So once again, I'll cut the camera's head off with it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, almost this close. As far as the lighting goes, like I said, you guys can see over here that we have it, and it's pretty ghetto-y. It's just standard lights, nothing expensive. There are guys out there I know who have so much more equipment than me. My friend from TLD has like a $10,000 camera. All his lighting's all super, you know, LED this, LED that. I mean, it's a matter of spending. Like, me and him had the argument. Like, I could actually own that, but I like recording equipment and music stuff just as much. So I got to balance where I can spend whatever cash I get. If I was only into a camera equipment and that kind of stuff and was less on the music, then obviously I would probably own that $10,000 camera too. But nope, I had to get one that I could afford and still be able to, you know, have cool guitars. And also, the last thing on the plate, people always ask, okay, like, what software do you use? Now, I've told you guys before, I love Logic. Jesus loves Logic, even though he's got a degree in Pro Tools. But he knows Logic actually really good, so I was pretty surprised. He knows it actually better than my other friend who's a Pro Tools like guru, but I guess everybody's got their strengths. So we use that, and then we also use this other thing called Final Cut. And these programs work really good. They're great for editing. I know that PC guys out there, you guys can use Adobe Premiere, and there are other programs out there that you guys can use on a PC. These are just the ones that we use in-house. We have a bunch of iMacs that we use for all the music rooms, so they just work that way. So that's it, folks. Like I said, everything that we talk about in the video always will be down there with a like button. So if you guys click on that show more button, we'll have links to all this stuff. So if you guys want to make your videos and make them look like ours and not spend, you know, and break the bank, because I mean, I think pretty much other than the computer, which I'm going to assume that most of you are going to have a computer, and you don't have to use our editing software. That's just the editing software we use. You have a PC, you're perfectly welcome to use that PC and edit it on your machine. You'll get the same results. I just think it's a little bit quicker and a little bit neater on a Mac. That's all. You know, instead of going Control-Alt-Delete, it's just Control-Alt. So it's just a one less click on the Mac. You know, you can save that finger for something else, like playing some riffs. I don't know. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. That's what we use here on Tech of Tomorrow to make our videos. So thanks. We'll see you guys later.